We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to break through key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 8:10 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, breaking back above 420 and trying to hold that as support today. And we're going to talk about the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot at 6:40 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area on Friday to the rip area into Monday, and the rest of the week it's hit multiple rip areas and breaking out to newer highs as we see it here. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator since the 411.50 area, finding support here at the 412, 413 level and breaking out to newer highs for the last 3 days, right? And today it found support in the pre-market at around the 417 to 416.50 area and bounced back up, broke through the highs from yesterday, and here we are breaking out and fighting to stay above the 420 level. Now we're going to talk about the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow in just a moment. But here we are under a bull indicator on the 30-minute. On the 1 hour in the bigger picture, it's been under a bull indicator since the 413 level as well, continuing that staircase effect here within the charts after canceling out that bear indicator from way up here at 421.65, and currently it's above it, hitting the 423 level, right? The highs today were 423.50, but currently sitting in the live action here at the 423 area. Bull indicator, staircase effect, and full transitions from the dip area to multiple rip areas here on 42 vision on the bigger picture of the 1 hour chart. Now, if we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see in the pre-market how a bear indicator slightly popped up at 416.84 and quickly got canceled out by a bull indicator right around the same level, and then it broke out with full strength here, breaking the highs from yesterday. As we talked about, the next resistance was 420, and that's where things slowly slowed down, and that's where things were fighting here as it pulled back in the middle of the day, and it was used as support to break out to even newer highs. So definitely something to not ignore here is 420 is going to be a crucial level going into tomorrow that I would not ignore, and the bull indicators are here on the 15-minute, on the 1 hour, and the 30-minute, and we're going to see if the inflow versus outflows follow that as well and further confirm this strength. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, the SPY stock with inflows back above the midpoint here after crossing below it in the pre-market. I talked about how these outflows were heading towards the midpoint, and even if it crossed it in yesterday's video, it was going to be important to cross back up, switch from red to green to further justify any strength to the upside and retest those highs up here of 418.50 area, and it did, right? Those inflows came back up and they went with full strength up towards 4.25, and today it's at some of the highest inflows that we've seen in the last several days. The highest recently was 4.6 and it's at 5.77, and some of the highest that we've seen in weeks, guys. And here it is at the 423 level, hitting newer highs that we have not seen and retesting and fighting to stay above where that last bear indicator popped up near the 421 to 422 level, right? So here we are on the 30-minute and the 1 hour holding itself up with bull indicators, and the inflows on the 30-minute pushing up higher. It went red slightly in the middle of the day on that pullback and slowdown, picked back up. And if we zoom out on the 1 hour, it's not only a bull indicator, it also has inflows pushing up away from the midpoint, and they did slow down a little bit in today's pre-market. It never crossed the midpoint. That's why things did not collapse. It held itself up, and as soon as it switched from red to green, that strength continued, and again, the inflows are at some of the highest points that we've seen on the 1 hour in days and weeks, right? Sitting here at the 6.7 area. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here how those inflows quickly picked up in the first half of the day, and in this slowdown, why it did not collapse all the way down? Well, those outflows barely crossed, right? If they continue to pull down lower, it probably would have reflected further weakness into these charts, but the inflows picked back up pretty quickly within hours and minutes, and it brought itself back up, and here it is at 4.47, near the highs here of 423.50 so far, and here we are with it. Inflows dominating and bull indicators on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and also the 1 hour. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And as I stated earlier in the video, 420 is going to be a crucial level of support. If those outflows start to begin here on the 15-minute and cross the midpoint to the downside, it can quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. And I'll be watching if the 30-minute follows and that weakness rolls over. And if it does, the next support is 418, and then below that, I'll be watching the 416 to 415 level to the downside. To the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to hold up, stay above the midpoint, roll that strength over to the 30-minute as well, staying above the midpoint and green, and continuing this staircase effect to the upside. And the next resistance here above the highs of the day in that tight range, which is just 50 cents away from where it currently sits at that 423.55 level. The next resistance is up here at 425.50, and then above that, I'll be watching the 428 to 430 levels. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I'm going to be watching them very carefully as they're all above, and they need to stay above to further justify strength into these charts. And those bull indicators do not need to get canceled. They need to stay dominating over the charts as they are to continue justifying the strength as well, and these staircase effects that are forming here on the 15-minute, the 30-minute, and the 1 hour. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Now let's make some money.